One, two, three, audio testing. One, two, three, audio testing. Hello, everybody. It is now 8:30. So let's begin. Today is May 20th, 2021. Today we will continue with our Thursday presentation, pre-recorded questionnaire. And today is our fifth class. We only have 8, so 5 out of 8 classes. We are now halfway through our course. I have Estefania's pre-recorded. One, two, three, audio testing. One, two, three. I have Estefania's presentation. I also have Valentina's and Gloria's. Jasmine just told me that she's going to send it to me as soon as possible, but I will play hers on Tuesday, and that will go for Nazarena, Caitlin, Veronica, and Tamayo. If I do not receive yours by the end of today's class, I will play it on next Tuesday. So before we begin, Maria Jose has 2 presentations, today's and last Tuesday's. I was not able to play her Tuesday presentation, so today I will start with her. And as you may all know, we are now working differently, meaning that there are no more presentations, free topic presentations. I have decided to send you this questionnaire in which all you have to do is read the questions and answer. Of course, you have to pre-record, okay? For this first part 1, May 20th, which is today, I've decided to come up with information from Unit 1, okay? So everything that we are dealing with in this first part deals with the course, specifically Unit 1. As you can see, I have also copy and pasted a snapshot. So here we have the past continuous using when, okay? So I don't know if you remember, but we went over it. So it's 2 actions in the past. One happened first. The second one usually stopped the first action. For example, I was drinking water when I heard a thunder, okay? So past continuous, when, simple past. Okay, so here, now instruction number 1, tell me 5 sentences using past continuous using when. Here I gave 2 examples. Remember, we can change the order of the utterance. So example 1, I was playing baseball when my mother jumped over the fence. Here I have the correct pronunciation for the verb ending with ed. This is something that we went over in this week, so it's recent. So you should now know how to pronounce these verbs, okay? They have 3 different pronunciations. 2 of them are used the most. The ID form is the one that you are going to say more frequently. The other one is, for example, the ending is with a T. For example, like in simple past, liked, liked. The other ones will somehow sound the same. Wanted, played, all right? But never jumped, never. So that's example number 1. Example number 2, when I was drinking water, a fly went over my eyes. So the fly passed over my eyes. So those are the 2 examples. You have to give me 5. All right, so pre-record yourself, and maybe that should be recording number 1. That way you can stop and relax and think and organize your ideas for the second instruction. So yes, I can receive 3 different recordings, okay? Recording number 2, instruction number 2, read and answer the following questions, only 3 questions. Yesterday, when I sent this link, the Google Doc link, I also sent an audio explaining how to answer these questions, which is or belongs to Unit 1, modals of permission. How do you ask for something and how do you answer? So, for example, do you mind if she goes? No, I don't mind. Not at all. That could be another answer. Okay, of course. And that's it. Question number 1, I read the question and I answer it. Question number 2, could you please call 911 immediately? Of course, by all means. All right. Question 3, could I borrow your pen for a minute? This is straight from Unit 1. I copy and paste it straight from Unit 1. Could I borrow your pen for a minute? Sure. Yes, you can. Go ahead, feel free. There are many answers as you can see. So that's instruction number 2. Instruction number 3, pre-record yourself reading the following. So this deals with comparative and superlatives, specifically because we also went over comparisons with as, remember, and we also went over how to stress the adjective. What is stress and what is unstressed? For example, the teacher is as intelligent as Albert Einstein. That's just an example, okay? And that's in positive. How about in negative? The teacher isn't as intelligent as Albert Einstein. Intelligent is the adjective. Intelligent should be, according to our course, explanation should be stressed. All right, so with that being said, let me play your presentations, okay? And that should be all for today. I already have the majority of the pre-recordings. If I keep receiving them, and if I am still online, and then yes, I will play the presentation. So let's begin.
My brother injured his ankle. 2. When she was cooking, her mother came to visit her. 3. He was reading the newspaper when his dog bit him. 4. When she was reading her list, a spider crawled up her leg. 5. They were watching TV when I called. Do you mind if she goes? Not at all. 2. Could you please call 911? No, I'm sorry, I don't have a signal. 3. Could I borrow your pen for a minute? Yes, of course I can.
Right, my dear Stefania, I don't have a signal. Omit the article, the undefined article. So I don't have signal. I don't have signal sounds better. All right, so now let's finish with number 3. Stefania, you're doing a great job.
What is a consumer society? A consumer is a person who buys things. And a consumer society is a society that encourages people to buy and use goods. 1. Some people think that a consumer society provides people with better lives. People in consumer societies tend to live more comfortably. They eat a wider variety of food, they go to restaurants more often, they also buy a lot of products, maybe more than they need. Products such as TVs, cell phones, and computers used to be luxuries. 2. Today, people can buy these things more easily than ever before. The market for these goods is growing faster all the time. Consumer societies encourage people to buy bigger and better products. For example, smarter phones come out every year. In a consumer society, people are often buying newer and more advanced products. This creates a lot of waste. Nowadays, many people are thinking more seriously about the effects of consumer societies on the environment, and they are trying to become more responsible consumers.
Thank you very much, my dear Stefania. Your pronunciation when it comes to the word products, it's correct. I am glad that you are able to detect the pronunciation of the U sound in this word product. Product. I was also able to detect in the beginning that you are starting to link sounds such as I believe it was here. Society is a, so you took and linked this pronunciation. You are not making a pause, and that is great. Your fluency has improved, in other words. Okay. Last but not least, comfortably, 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 okay, from the word comfortable. So comfortably. This one here, goods, goods, son inmuebles, son bienes, okay, y aquí tengo here, what is goods? These are items that can be bought or sold, okay? Muebles, inmuebles. Luxury, something that is expensive but not necessary, all right? Last but not least, in order to identify the difference between these and this is basically the following. When you are talking about this word, try to emphasize the E word and make it longer. So, as in borreguito, sheep, sheep, para que no se entienda como barco, barco, ship, ship, sheep, sheep. Es una E que suena como I es desde la garganta y tienes que alargarlo, ¿ok? Para que suene these, these. Sí, tenemos que alargar y eso sería todo. Muy bien. So now let's continue with your other classmates. So thank you, Stefania. 1 second.
He was already working when I finished university. She was eating lunch when the phone rang. They were working in the garden when it started raining. I was living in New York when I met Katie. I was sleeping when he arrived.
Okay, my dear Valentina, as we already know, the second part of this, there is a specific word. Maybe it's here. No, it's not here. But well, anyways, when we talk about this clause, that's the word. This clause, on the second clause, the word should be, the verb should be in past. Tiene que estar en pasado, ¿ok? Así que recordamos la pronunciación de la ed. Por ejemplo, no es arrived, sería arrived, id, arrived, ¿ok? Y bueno, el pasado de run es ran. El pasado de meet is met, conocí. All right, so let's continue with the following questions.
If she goes, no, I don't mind. Could you please call 911? Called immediately. Could I borrow your pen for a minute? If you can, take it, use it. Societies. A consumer is a person who buys things, and a consumer society is a society that encourages people to buy and use goods. Some people think that a consumer society provides people with better life. People in consumer societies tend to live more comfortably. They eat a wider variety of food. They go to restaurants more often. They also buy a lot of product, maybe more than they need. Products such as TV, cell phone, and computers used to be luxuries. Today people can buy these things more easily than ever before. The market for this good is growing faster all the time. Consumer societies encourage people to buy bigger and better products. For example, smarter phones come out every year. In a consumer societies, people are often buying newer, and more advanced products. This creates a lot of waste. Nowadays, many people are thinking more seriously about the effect of consumer societies on the environment, and they are trying to become more responsible consumers. Good. Items that can be bought or sold. Luxury. Something that is expensive but not necessary.
Thank you very much, Valentina. You have improved a lot in your pronunciation. I really enjoyed how you express certain words. So here, let me help you with items, artículos, items, not items, items, okay? Environment, all right? Here, smarter, más inteligentes, habla de los teléfonos inteligentes, bueno, que siempre están saliendo continuamente más y más inteligentes para mantener a una sociedad pues desesperada y que compre, ¿ok? Pero la pronunciación de esto es como una culebrita, la S es, no veo una E. Y bueno, ya había comentado que nosotros los hispanohablantes tendemos a poner una E imaginaria y terminamos diciendo smarter, pero smarter, ¿ok? Good. So what is a consumer society? Consumer society. Here I emphasize the middle part, consumer society. All right. So other than that, my dear Valentina, it went well. Thank you very much. Now let's continue with your other classmate.
Below the first exercise, it says, tell 5 sentences using past continue using when. 1. When I was walking on the street, I found a coin on the floor. 2. I got a pretty good restaurant when I was looking the central bank office. 3. I was eating a cake when my mom called me to my phone. 4. I was watching a movie by my phone when my boyfriend called me by WhatsApp, so I couldn't finish to watch it. 5. When my boss asked me the accounting report, the executive director was talking by phone.
All right, so the executive was talking on the phone, on the phone. All right, and I believe on the third sentence, when you were sitting somewhere and the phone rang by your boyfriend, you use too many times the word by. In a sentence, you only need to, especially in these clauses, I recommend you to use it once, all right? Because you will lose, you will confuse the hearer. All right, so let's continue with the second instruction.
Size. Read and answer the following question while you keep pre-recording. First one. Do you mind if she goes? Answer. Not really. Tell her that she can go. Second. Could you please call 911? Sure. I'm gonna call them immediately. 3. Could I borrow your pen for a minute? Answer. Yes, why not? Here you have.
Okay, so here you have it, the pencil. Here you have it.
Exercise. It says, pre-record yourself reading the following. What is a consumer society? A consumer is a person who buys things. A consumer society is a society that encourages people to buy and use goods. 1. Some people think that a consumer society provides people with better lives. People in a consumer society tends to live more comfortably. They eat a wider variety of food. They go to restaurants more often. They also buy a lot of products, maybe more than they need. Products such as TVs, cell phones, and computer used to be luxuries. 2. People can buy these things more easily than ever before. The market of these goods is growing faster all the time. Consumer society encourages people to buy bigger and better products. For example, smartphones come out every year. In a consumer society, people are often buying newer and more advanced products. This creates a lot of waste. Nowadays, many people are thinking more seriously about the effects of consumer societies on the environment, and they are trying to become more responsibly consumers. 1. Goods. Items that can be bought or sold. 2. Luxury. Something that is expensive but not necessary.
All right, Casas, thank you very much. So before I forget, this is what I detected. Responsible consumers. Responsible consumers. Then smarter, smarter phones, smarter, okay? Then I have comfortably here. I believe we need to omit this pronunciation, and so we only will stay with comfortably. Comfortably should be the correct pronunciation. So, my dear Casas, thank you very much. Let's continue with your classmates' presentations. Thank you. Okay, so this is the presentation, the pre-recorded presentation by Maria Jose. This was from last Tuesday, and I was not able to play it since the Zoom platform locked me out. So now I will present it, and I will send Majo a quick message about today's presentation, which is only what we have been going over.
My second topic
is eating disorders are serious conditions that are related to eating behaviors that negatively affect health, emotion, and ability to function. In important areas of life, the most common eating disorders are anorexia nervosa, bulimia nervosa, and binge eating disorder. Most eating disorders are characterized by excessively focused attention on weight, body shape, and food, causing dangerous eating behaviors. These behaviors can have a significant impact on the body's ability to obtain proper nutrition. Eating disorders can damage the hair, digestive system, bones, teeth, and mouth, and lead to other illnesses. These disorders often manifest in adolescence and early adulthood, although they can appear at the other age. With treatment, you can return to healthier eating habits and sometimes reverse to serious complications caused by eating disorder. Anorexia nervosa. Anorexia nervosa, often simply referred to as anorexia, is a life-threatening eating disorder characterized by abnormally low body weight, a great fear of gaining weight, and distorted perception of weight of body shape. People with anorexia do their best to control weight and body shape, which often severely affects health and daily activities. When you have anorexia, you excessively limit your calorie intake or use other methods to lose weight. For example, you exercise excessively, take laxatives or dietary supplements, or vomit after eating. Efforts to lose weight, even when body weight is low, when cause seriously health problems to point of starvation. Bulimia nervosa. Bulimia nervosa, often called bulimia, is a serious and life-threatening eating disorder. When you suffer from bulimia, you have episodes of binging and purging that include the feeling of loss of control over your eating. Many people with bulimia also restrict that they eat during the day, which often cause more both and binging and purging. During this episode, it's normal for you to eat a large amount of food in a short time and then try to get rid of the extra calories in an unhealthy way due to guilt, shame, and intense fear of gaining weight from overeating. You can make yourself vomit, you can exercise excessively, or you can use other methods such as laxatives, to get rid of calories. If you have bulimia, you are probably worried about your weight and body issue.
Okay, Majo, and I see that you are now connected. Welcome. How are you today?
Fine, and you?
Well, I'm doing great. I was just going your presentation from...
Yes, teacher, I do. I see.
And well, it was a really good presentation. So let me give you the feedback lively. Very good and interesting topic, and very few mistakes. For example, this eating disorder is related. I believe you mentioned are related, but maybe you are correct because it is grammatically correct. I don't know why I wrote it here, but we can check that later. On the following 3-4 words, it's just a phonetical help or tip that I can give you. For example, significant. We stress on the second vowel, on the second vowel. So ni should be stressed, significant. Then abnormally in the middle, abnormally. Then excessively, Ajá. Then to get rid of es como desechar, deshacerse de algo, entonces sería get rid of, rid of, get rid of the trash can, get rid of the eating disorder, ¿ok? Creo que pronunciamos ride.
And teacher, how do you, o sea, tenía una palabra que no sabía cómo pronunciarla y que le repetió muchas veces mal. No estoy sabiendo cuál es. A ver, aquí estoy leyendo lo que había escrito, mi resumen, para ver cuál era. Anorexia, a ver, es anxiety disorders.
Anxiety disorders, anxiety, yes. And last but not least, laxatives.
Laxative, yes, too.
Laxatives, okay? But other than that, I will recommend you to emphasize more importance on your introduction and your conclusion. For example, you did not mention, well, teacher, thanks to these facts or thanks to this information, I think that this eating disorder should be in the minds of everybody.
Yes, teacher. When I finish my pre-recorder, no me había dado cuenta que no he tenido una despedida. Teacher, ¿le puedo leer mi tarea?
Sure. So let's go straight to it. Yes.
Está un poco corto y sencillo, pero a ver, veamos.
Yes,
tell me 5 sentences. How do you say, teacher?
That's the way it should be. Debe de ser corto, es más corto que una presentación. Ya terminé con las presentaciones de 4 de tus compañeros, así que sí fue corto. So let's begin with instruction number 1.
Okay, teacher, thanks. Number 1, tell me 5 sentences using past continuous using when. First, when I was dancing the party of Camila, my mother called me 5 times. It's okay? 5 times?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. 2, I was playing with my dog when my little sister felt.
Correct.
3, when I was reading, someone knocked my door.
Correct. Knocked on my door.
Knocked my door. Tocó la puerta, quería decir. Está bien, ¿no?
On my door.
On my door.
Yes.
On my door. Voy a corregir. On my door. When I was studying, my friends were at party.
My friends went to a party or went to a party?
Eso, tenía una duda si era went o were at party.
Okay, they went, fueron.
O estaban, where es estaban.
Ah, claro.
Were at party, ¿no ve?
Were. Porque si no lo confundo con where. Were. Ajá, estaban.
Okay,
correct.
My grandmother, 5, number 5. My grandmother was cooking when I slept.
Okay, when I slept.
Slept.
Good. So let's continue to instruction number 3.
Number 2.
Instruction number 2, sorry.
Read and answer the following questions. Do you mind if she goes? No problem. She is my friend too. Yes?
Yes.
Could you please call 911? Esto ya estaba respondida. I don't have signal.
Okay, I don't have signal. That's correct. One of your, I believe it was Estefania. She answered, I don't have signal. Signal. No, just signal. I don't have any signal.
Okay. Could I borrow your pen for a minute? Sorry, it doesn't work.
Yes, good excuse. Perfect. So number 3.
Number 3. Pre-record yourself reading the following. What is a consumer society? A consumer is a person who buys things, and a consumer society is a society that encourages people to buy and use goods. 1. Some people think that a consumer society provides people with better lives. People in consumer societies tend to live more comfortably. They eat a winner.
Okay, society, and here they eat a wider, amplia,
Wider.
variety, wider variety.
Okay, teacher. Yes, wonder is a priority. Society.
Yes.
Society. Thank you, teacher. It's all right?
They eat a wider variety of food, and then, bueno, aquí tengo, they go to restaurants more often. Si puedes ver mi pantalla.
No, teacher, I don't see anything.
No se ve mi pantalla, 1 second.
No.
Here, it's highlighted here. They go to restaurants more often. Y ahí es donde te quedaste. ¿Sí se alcanza a ver?
Yes, teacher. Ya no me salía ahí. Solo me salía hasta a Winder.
¿Te mandaron captura de pantalla?
No, es el link que entré con usted, el de que usted me pasó.
Oh, it's interesting. Pero bueno, continuamos.
They go to restaurant more often, ¿verdad?
Yes.
They go to restaurant more often. They also buy a lot of products, maybe more than they need. Products such as TVs, cell phones, and computers used to be luxuries. 2. Today, people can buy these things more easily than ever before. The market for this good is growing faster all the time. Consumer societies encourage people to buy bigger and better products. For example, smarter phones come out every year. In a consumer society, people are often buying newer and more advanced products. This creates a lot of waste. Nowadays, many people are thinking more seriously about the effects of consumer societies on the environment, and they are trying to become more.
Okay.
Responsibly. Teacher, you're freezing. Teacher.
No, creo que era.
Teacher.
Yes, ¿me escuchas?
You are freezing, freezer.
Okay. Sí, solamente era una palabra, creo que era advanced products, advanced, pronunciación de ED nada más.
Advanced.
Fuera de eso, ya lo tienes, societies, well, thank you very much, my dear Majo. I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Let me continue with Tamayo's presentation. Thank you.
Okay, teacher, thank you. Goodbye. Have a good night.
You too, have a great night. On in the meeting. Okay, so I am back and I am still on YouTube Live. So let's continue with Tamayo's presentation, and this is going to be the last presentation of today. So let me share my screen. All my students have already turned in their presentations, such as Stefania, Valentina, Gloria. Jasmine will send it afterwards. She's still at work. Majo had 2 presentations. I am still waiting on Nazarena's, Caitlin, and Veronica. I am pretty sure they are going to send it afterwards. But let's continue with Tamayo's last presentation of the day.
My 5 sentences with the past continuous using when. Hello, Mr. Zulueta, good evening. I will start telling you my 5 sentences with the past continuous using when. Well, let's start. Number 1. I was talking to my friends when it started to rain. Number 2. My mother was making dinner when I got home. Number 3. I was charging my cell phone when suddenly my charger broke. Number 4. When I was doing some exercise, my dog came and bit me. And number 5. Santiago was playing in the UPSA Cup when he fell and sprained his ankle. Now I will answer the questions. Question number 1. Do you mind if she goes? My answer is not at all. She can come. Question number 2. Could you please call 911? My answer is, of course, I will do it right now. Question number 3. Could I borrow your pen for a minute? My answer is, sure. Here you go. Take it. What is a consumer society? A consumer is a person who buys things, and a consumer society is a society that encourages people to buy and use goods. 1. Some people think that a consumer society provides people with better lives. People in consumer societies tend to live more comfortably. They eat a wider variety of food. They go to restaurants more often. They also buy a lot of products, maybe more than they need. Products such as TVs, cell phones, and computers used to be luxuries. 2. Today, people can buy these things more easily than ever before. The market for these goods is growing faster all the time. Consumer societies encourage people to buy bigger and better products. For example, smarter phones come out every year. In a consumer society, people are often buying newer and more advanced products. This creates a lot of waste. Nowadays, many people are thinking more seriously about the effects of consumer societies on the environment, and they are trying to become more responsible consumers.
Thank you very much, Tamayo. Now, this is something that I am going to share right now with a group on WhatsApp. The pronunciation of comfortable, comfortably, right? So we omit the comfortably, no, comfortably, I believe sounds better. So I will share that with the group. Other than that, it was perfect. Thank you very much, Tamayo. And this will concludes today's presentations. I will send a message to Veronica, Nazarena, okay, and the other students who were not able to send their pre-recorded. Caitlin, okay, so only 4 are missing. Let me change. All right, guys, thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow.